Episode 4 starts with Akin waking up at Jin's apartment. Jin tells him about last night and shows him a video of his drunken state. Akin asks what did Jin ask from him and thinks Jin and Sigma planned this together to blackmail him. Jin denies it, but Akin keeps asking what he wants and says he'll do anything. Jin asks for a hug and then goes for a kiss. But Akin quickly kicks him off and deletes all the videos. But he sees an unintentional video of Jin taking care of him and keeps it. Jin also notices this and Akin threatens to sue him if the video ever leaks. Jin then asks to drive Akin home after the shoot. They film a sword fighting scene where Jin's character asks to follow Akin's character. After that, Jin begins a livestream with Akin and the 21 days of chasing theory comes up. Akin somewhat challenges Jin on that and the chasing begins. On the 20th day, Jin asks if Akin has softened his heart towards him. He also says if not then he'll wait for him. He then seeks permission to call him kin and Akin agrees. On the next and 21st day, Jin prepares a surprise for Akin but Jin's assistant asks him to livestream. Akin gets really uncomfortable midway and leaves. Jin seems very disappointed and starts to avoid Akin. People begins criticizing Akin for that day but Jade tackles it by making Jin-Akin ship popular. Akin finally manages to catch Jin by waiting beside his car. During the drive to home, Akin tries to get Jin's attention but Jin actively avoids him. Akin then drags him inside his apartment and takes the initiative to kiss him. Jin then says that the reason he avoided Akin was because he was having a cold. He also says that he likes Akin and will never hate him. Akin hugs him and they begins kissing. Things gets really heated and they end up sleeping together. Episode ends with the most awaited honey scene. The teaser for episode 5 shows Jin winning sexiest man alive by beating Akin. Akin says he's been number 1 for long enough but he looks visibly upset. He and Jin does a photo shoot together and Jin asks him about them. Akin then says Jin probably can't separate the characters and his own feelings. Looks like the next episode is going to be full of drama. Akin will get confused on how he actually feels about Jin when his career also gets involved. And this will cause him to hurt Jin, who doesn't seem to understand Akin's dilemma. What are your thoughts on this episode? Let me know in the comments. Consider liking and subscribing. See you soon.